What's going on to you, Scorpios out there? Hope y'all are having a great day. So for you, you have the Three of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. So, for you, Scorpios, the Three of Cups right here definitely does represent someone trying to reconcile with you, trying to make sure that the two of you are actually good, right? They're not trying to create mischief or create problems between the two of you or anything like that. They actually want to make sure that you and them are very much so good. Y'all are well off. Y'all can actually get along. Y'all are on the same page. Y'all see eye to eye. The Four of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands, however, represents, you know, this person is an individual that may not necessarily may be the most likable person in the world. This person can be a little bit combative. This is a person that is not the most agreeable person in the world, and all of that is fine. You know, a person is not supposed to be super agreeable. You know, when it comes to understanding people's natures, you know, and I really do try my best. I really do study the stuff behind the scenes to really give you Scorpios the real deal knowledge to it. People shouldn't be so agreeable to the point where they end up being like buck broken. You know, their spirit is broken. They don't really have the will to go on anymore. You know, they shouldn't be that way. So a little bit of disagreement, as long as it's useful, as long as it's necessary, as long as it's a real point of contention, but it's not super disrespectful. But a little bit of disagreement is actually a good thing in order to create a wonderful relationship. Because if a relationship is going to be true and honest, why would if a person really loves you for real, they don't want to be in love with a zombie. They don't want that. They don't want a zombie. They don't want an individual that is basically agreeing with everything that they're saying, doing everything that they tell them to do, because they have no mind of their own. They're just as alone in that relationship as a person who's in a relationship with an ultra combative person. There's literally no point. It's literally the same thing. It's just that one is just giving you a stress that's different from the other. So the point that I'm trying to make here with that is, but it's up to you, Scorpios, to honestly make a decision on whether or not this person is worth all of that. Because they are coming in, this person is coming in, this ex, maybe even, you know, someone that you may have tried to even get to know. They're not quite an ex, but it's someone that you tried to get to know. And things unfortunately didn't end up the way that it should have, right? Anyway, the Hermit and the Empress right here really does represent how this person is, they're going to tell you about how they're really trying to learn from their lessons, and they're trying to learn how to not be essentially so petty. Now, for you Scorpios, will it get to this point where they get a chance to even talk to you? Maybe, maybe not. There's a chance that I'm not going to say the percentage, because obviously I'm not a Scorpio. I don't know. But there's a chance that you Scorpios don't talk to them. And the thing about it is that they know this. They know that there's a chance that you Scorpios don't talk to them. So what happens here is that the Queen of Swords represents how you just have to make sure that you're not being too, you're not holding on to a grudge, right? And there's ways for you to be able to do either or without holding on to a grudge. It's simplistic. If the person super disrespected you, if they really have something real crazy going on, where they really go out of their way to disrespect you, they ignore you, stuff like this, they ignored you when you were trying to get to know them and everything like that, then yeah. You know, if you decide that you don't want to talk to them anymore, even though they are expecting you to, all of that is okay. Because your hand didn't call for that. Like, it wasn't justified for them to, it literally, it really wasn't justified for them to even do something like that, even in the first place. It really wasn't. Like, you know, the ignoring you, right? People will use neglect, ignoring you. You trying to talk to them, you know, with the whole book scenario. You're like, hey, what's going on? And like they think that they fancy, so now they doing this, and they everything else takes time out of their day other than you, right? But if they haven't really done anything that's too crazy, and you want to listen to them, and you want to listen to what it is that they have to say. This is a brand new person, because I'm not really getting anybody that may be an ex, but I am getting, this is more than likely a brand new person, right? And you're just trying to make sure that, you know, you give yourself a chance, and you give this person a chance. The Nine of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. Because the Nine of Pentacles represents, remember the kind of change that you are trying to make in the first place, right? Because initially, what I'm seeing here, okay, what I'm seeing here is that the Queen of Swords, you're going to want to be upset, but the Nine of Pentacles, for some of you Scorpios, you may get upset. For some of you Scorpios, you may want to get upset, and that may be your first instinct, your first desire to get upset. But then you Scorpios will learn to chill out and be a little bit more slow to anger and listen to what they have to say. Or you'll be very cool, calm, collected, right? And very slow to anger, and you'll just move forward. Either or all three of those choices, or any one of those three choices, is a good move. It's a victory all around, right? It's a win all around. It's a win all around, because one of the worst things in the world for you to do is to ruin your value, right? Especially when you out here tripping. You know, you don't want to ruin your value. You want to be very slow to anger. You want to be very cool, calm, collected, you know, because so many people are hyped up. And to be cool, calm, collected would denote, or it would imply, that a person, one, has did the emotional work. Not saying that you're perfect, not saying that you're a robot. Of course you're going to get upset, but generally speaking, to be a lot more slow to anger is what it is that you really want to get to. Because number one, a lot of people don't know where you're coming from. There's a level of mystery, right, which scares the enemies and gets people attracted to you, because they'll want to find out more about you, right? And then you have the Seven of Wands. You know, you Scorpios are very experienced when it comes to dating, relationships, you know, fun in that regard, physical fun. Right, y'all are the zodiac sign of physical fun, so y'all know, y'all are very experienced in this. So it's like this is you know, you get so experienced in it to the point where it's almost like it's not necessarily boring. What's boring you is the things that are not necessary that pop up that are boring, right? That are boring to you. The actual love and the connections and the physical fun and stuff like this, that'll never get boring. But what does get stale or boring is like the unessentials, right? Like the you know, like for instance, right? Like with me, there's been many a times where I could have been chilling with somebody from New York City, but they may live in a different borough, and I'm like, and it's like I don't even want to wait. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to do it. I don't even want to hang out with them. Why? Because I know for a fact that hanging out with them literally takes all day. Like, they could live in Brooklyn, right? I'm in Manhattan. They could live in Brooklyn, right? Brooklyn is right there, fam. It's literally close, right? It's the closest borough to Manhattan, right? Brooklyn is, right? Right? Listen. And the train ride, the bus ride, or the ride that go there, the train ride, it'll take 2-3 hours. It's like, dang, by the time the person, and I literally realized this, right? Like, by the time the person leaves their house or their apartment at 10 a.m., by 1 p.m. or 2 or 1:30 or 2 p.m., they just now touching down bases in Manhattan or whatever the case may be, depending on how deep into Brooklyn. I'm just using that as an example. So now I'm looking at that like, dang. And there's no guarantees that I'm finna get some. There's no guarantees that we gonna have fun. There's no guarantees of that. So, but anyway, that's some of the things that just get a little bit boring. It's not the meeting and getting to know others. It's the stupid stuff. It's the stuff that's like, oh my gosh, like, you know what I mean? It's just ultimately it's like, it's really dampering, right? Like, it's really dampering your game. So the things that the Two of Wands and the Page of Swords is about, how so you have to figure out a way to essentially get around it. But you also have, okay, a couple of things. Number one, you have to figure out how to get around it. Number two, right, how to get around the things that dampen what you've got, what you Scorpios got going on. What are the things that get in the way of you Scorpios getting to know someone? But also, not only that, but also with this person that may be trying to reconcile or maybe even approach you. This could even be the first time that they're trying to get at you, ever. Listen to what it is that they have to say. If it's the first time that they're ever speaking to you, listen to what they have to say. If the person did something a little bit messed up, or you already kind of have a little bit of history with them, you're at the very least acquainted, and then they're coming back to apologize, or they're coming back, because there's no guarantees that they're coming back to apologize, but they're coming back, listen to what it is that they have to say if you want to. If you don't want to, keep it pushing. If you want to, listen to what they have to say at the very least. Like I said, Queen of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, don't get upset. Don't get mad. Don't seek to say or to do anything that will emotionally get them upset. Just accept it for what it is, right? And listen to what they have to say. Because what I'm seeing here for the reading is that a lot of you Scorpios are very much so experienced, but I'm seeing boredom setting in. Like, a lot of you Scorpios are bored of, like I was talking about, right? Just games and, like, how it is that a lot of you Scorpios think that a lot of people are just, dysfunctional. They're not really striving for perfection like that, as they should. Everybody alive should be doing that. That's the whole reason why you're alive in the first place. It's to find your version of perfection and perfect that. So let's clarify. Let's clarify this Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, Two of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Cups, to clarify the Queen of Swords. Once again, don't allow your emotions and don't allow a grudge to happen, right? If you're going to listen to what a person is going to tell you, and you're going to do that, if you are going to do that, because you have a choice, listen to what they have to say. Pay attention. Don't get so caught up with your anger to the point where you don't actually end up getting anywhere. That's not something that you want to do. The Six of Cups, excuse me, the Six of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, it takes two. So what it's saying is that there's really no point in it if you've already made up your mind. Even if it's a person that's coming to you for the first time ever and they just trying to get at you. Don't you, Scorpio, start thinking that, you know, you've seen everything, you've done everything. You know, if this person is coming to you straight up and down, they're coming to you directly, give them, and you know, you don't really have a reason to not give them a chance. Give them a chance. Listen to what they have to say. Real talk. You know, real serious business. Because honestly, I find that people in general, not just you, but I find that just people in general really shrink their dating pool. Honestly, they shrink their dating pool. They start thinking, well, this person gotta have it. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these serendipity, all of the, and it's like people's standards, just if people's normal standards are too tight, are too stuck up, let alone the super competitive hyper standards, it's delusional now. But I'm saying like, for what I mean by that, for instance, Scorpio, I'm talking about from a perspective of, I'm like, again, using myself as an example, I'm willing to date dark skin, Hispanic, you know, I guess black or whatever you want to call it. You know, I just don't want YouTube to hit me. That's why it is that I didn't say it. Hispanic, Asian, white, blonde hair, blue eyes, dark, curly hair, afro, taller than me. I'm 5'7", taller, shorter, dark skin, light skin, fingernails painted, not painted. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like you see how that opens up my potential to find someone, because it's not anything crazy, right? So just listen to what they have to say. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to grow this YouTube channel, right? Please smash that subscribe button, smash the like button, leave a comment if you would, and also come through and get my books, my tarot readings, as well as the merchandise that I have. All of that can be found in the link in the comment section below, called the Linktree link. Click on it, it will redirect you to all of those things. Appreciate you.